Hi everyone, myself Dr. K. Vijay from the Department of Civil Engineering. It is my privilege to present here to you today on highly procedural and crucial topic in urban planning and construction, DTCP layout approval for building. This presentation will walk us through the entire process from initial feasibility check to the final approval, highlighting the key documents, complaints, requirement and common challenges. Thank you for your attention. To provide a clear roadmap for today's discussion, we will cover the following key areas. We will begin with an introduction to the DTCP and its role. Then we will discuss the importance of title and revenue records. This will be followed by steps involving site survey and base map preparation. We will then look into the concept layout and compliance with development rules. Next, we talk about the detailed drawing package and the process of obtaining no objection certificate. We will also cover the online application process, technical scrutiny and site visit, and finally the approval process. Let's get started. Uh, DTCP approval truly means Directorate of Town and Country Planning, or it is equivalent state authority. This permission is essential for the two primary activities. First, for the conversion of land use and the formation of layout, which involves subdividing a large land parcel into the individual plots. Second, it to ensure that any such development strictly adheres to the city master plan and the development control rules, which means DCR. It is a verification mechanism for ownership, road access, mandatory open space reservation, and the provision of essential infrastructures. A common question is, when exactly is the approval mandatory? DTCP approval is the legal prerequisite in several scenarios. It is required for the subdivision of agricultural land into residential and commercial plots. It is necessary for forming any new layout, township, group housing projects, or industrial estate. Any development that does not conforms the master plan or zonal regulations must seek this approval. It is mandatory for project within the jurisdiction of any local planning authority, be it a town panchayat, municipal or corporation, especially if the land areas exceed permissible limit. It is also needed for the construction roads, drainage and other public amenities in new layout and form the government aided housing scheme, crucial for the registration of individual plot or subsequent building plan approval for the local bodies can only help to the DTCP approval layout is approved. Before any application, a thorough feasibility and zoning check is paramount. This involves four key checks. First, master plan or zoning verification. We must confirm the designated land use, whether it is residential, commercial, or industrial, and ensures the site falls inside the planning area under DTCP jurisdiction. We must also check for any restriction like green belts, agriculture only zones, or coastal regulation zones. Second, site connectivity and road access. This proposed layout must be accessible via any approach road or a specific width, typically 9, 12, and 18 meters as per the DCR. Must ensure no plot is landlocked. Third, physical and environmental constraints. This must be checked for the presence of water bodies, drains, high tension lines, or railway tracks, and it should not be in the flood prone or ecological sensitive areas. Finally, land ownership feasibility. The title must be clear, marketable, and free for any legal disputes and encroachments. The foundation of any application is the clear title. The key title document includes the mother deed or a chain of sale deed, which establish an unbroken history of ownership, and embezzlement certificate (EC), usually spanning 30 years, is crucial, and it confirms the land is free from any mortgage, loans, or legal claims. While optional, obtaining a legal option from the lawyer is highly recommended to ensure absolutely clarity and avoid future litigations. In addition to the title document, several revenue records are indispensable. Especially in states like Tamil Nadu, the pata is a record of right that definitively state who the owner is, along with survey number and extent details. The Chitta classifies the land as Nanjai, either wetland, or Punjai means dry land. The Adangal is the village of accounts that provides details on crops, tenancy, and cultivation for ultimate verification. The A register maintains at the Taluk office in the primary revenue register that records all survey numbers and is used to cross verify the information in the Patta and Chitta. For further supporting documents includes the FMB field measurement book, also known as typhoon or surveying sketch. This is an official cadastral map that shows the extra boundaries, dimensions, and subdivisions on the survey numbers and is crucial for confirming the ground reality matches the revenue records. The village map provides the macro level view of all survey numbers in a village, helping to provide locations and connectivity. Last is the latest tax receipt, providing that all property tax are paid up to date are essentially to avoid rejections on the administrative grounds. With the documents in order, we move to the ground. A site survey or grounding truthing is connected to the total station or GPS. The survey precisely measures the boundaries, dimensions, and coordinates of the land. Its primary purpose is to confirm that the actual site conditions match the detail in the FMB sketch and identify any potential encroachments or overlaps or disputes that are not apparent from the documents alone. And the data from the site survey is used to measure the base map on the standard scale, such as 1 in 500 or 1 in 1000. This map is the canvas of a over design. It must shows all existing features like road and accessible points. On this base map, we now draft the concepts layout. This involves plotting the proposed plot, road junctions, and open space reservation (OSR) areas of work on utilities corridors. At this stage, we must meticulously check the all development controls DCR required road width, the percentage of land to be reserved as OSR, amenity space, and the minimum plot size and frontage. We must also plan for drainage gradient, visibility at road curves, and pedestrian links. A crucial step before application to obtain no objection certificate or NOC from various concerned authority. This typically includes NOC from highways or PWD for access and setbacks from water resource department if land is nearly a floodplain or from the fire service depending on the locations. NOCs from the Airport Authority of India, which means AAI, for the higher restrictions, railways, forest department, pollution control board (PCB), and the coastal regulations clearance may be also be required. The traffic police and electricity board also often tweets the list. The submissions process is the largely digital. We must register the state DTCP for the landing authority to create DTCP approval. After submission, the application undergoes the technical scrutiny. DTCP officers conduct a desk review of all the drawings and documents for the complaints. This is often followed by a site inspections to verify ground conditions against the submitted plans. If any discrepancy or shortfalls are around, queries are raised through the portals and the applications must be submitted, revised drawing and clarifications to address them. Next one is the upon satisfactory scrutiny and site visit, the provisional layout approval is issued. This issued is not final. It comes for the set of conditions must be fulfilled. The most common conditions include the execution of registration of the gift deed legally. To move the provisional and final approval, the application must complete these complaints actions. This involves physical formation of the road, drains, and culverts to the specified standard to hand over the acceptance and letters. And the final approvals, once the complaints proofs on the fees receipts are submitted to the DTCP, the final layout approval is granted. It is important to manage expectation regarding timeless and cost. The scrutiny and visit process typically takes between 3 to 8 weeks, depending on the state and the completeness of the applications. The common reason for the rejections. Finally, being aware of the common pitfall can save the land use mismatch with the master plan and insufficient approach road with or shortfall of the OSR or amenity space provisions, gaps in the titles, missing NOCs. These are all the common reason for the rejection of the delay. This concludes my detailed overview of the DTCP approval process. It is a complex but essential frameworks designed to ensure organized, legal, and sustainable urban development. Thank you for your time and attention. Thank you once again. Thank you.